Hey guys, I'm P-Freak. Welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red. Last time, we captured a few legendary Pokemon, specifically the Pokemon Raikou and Mewtwo, and we also helped some rich lady out of a cave, who then proceeded to ignore us. And in this part, we are going to finish up some of the last few things you can do here in the post-game. First off, I am actually here in 3 Island. I think I initially was going to 5 Island, but there's one little thing in 3 Island we want to explore. The little cave over here. We saw that this guy was working on trying to find gold in here, and now we see he made much more progress than he did before. And there he is right now. Hey there, how's it going? Did you hear I struck gold? You remember that I was prospecting, didn't you? You can't begin to imagine how happy I am. So, I'll show you. This is for you. And he gives us a nugget. 5,000 Pokédollars? No problem. That's a nugget. I can't give you any nuggets of wisdom, so that'll have to do. In addition to getting the free nugget, if you come out here, there's a patch of grass. This patch of grass is host to a single type of Pokemon. If we can run into it, please. Come on. Don't make a liar out of me. Jeez. I mean, I know this thing is always hard to find, but come on. It's ridiculous. Do I have a repel on? No, I don't have a repel on. I just really do not want to come out. Dunsparce. Poor little Dunsparce. For a Pokemon that is so hard to find, it is so weak. But that's the only location you can find Dunsparce within these Generation 3 games. So that's a fun little tidbit. Next up, we are back here on 5 Island because if you remember, there was actually a pathway for us to take right over here. It leads us to the Memorial Pillar. Sorry, I was checking something looked like freaked out. Anyways, it brings us to the Memorial Pillar. We do have a couple trainers here, which I would like to avoid. God dang it. Anyways, there are a few trainers around here, specifically these 3 bird brothers that you can fight. And we also have a raspberry over there. That's another ingredient. Okay, good. I can get past you. And there's this guy right here we're going to try to avoid as well. God, really? You just had to turn this way. Well, so much for that. Okay, I think that's all the trainers we have to worry about right now. Anyways, if we surf on over here, down here, we arrive here. What's going on? Hello, your Pokemon look healthy. This is where I buried my Onix. It was named Tectonix. Here lies Tectonix, is engraved on a boulder. There's a lemonade placed as an offering in front of the grave. Would you like to leave another lemonade as an offering? Jordan placed a can of lemonade in front of the grave. Thank you. That is my Tectonix's favorite drink. I don't even know you, but your act of kindness, it's uplifted me a little. Can you please take this as my thanks? And we get TM42. That is, please be good to your Pokemon too. That is Facade. Facade's an interesting little normal type move, where it does increase damage if the Pokemon is poisoned, paralyzed, or burned. So it can be useful in some cases. I still think Return's better, but Facade's a bit more gimmicky and I guess more fun to use. Still not a bad move. And over here, we have a Metalcoat. How fitting. Metalcoat, if you give it to an Onix or a Scyther, and then trade it, will evolve them into a Steelix or a Scizor, respectively. Kinda fitting, considering that this is the gravesite of an Onix. Again, the whole Pokemon dying thing, they never explore this again. Why is it always the Kanto ones where it's like, Pokemon can die, by the way? Alright, next up, we return to 6 Island. If you remember, initially, we went south of here to go to the Dotted Hole, but we never explored what was up north. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I need to put another repel on. So up north we have the water path. There are a few trainers here you can fight, though I'm going to do my best to avoid them all. Perfect. And we run to this other island. There are also still trainers here. I think those twins are a trainer and that lady's definitely a trainer. But we have a little house of interest. Wanted, the ultimate horn. What kind of horn are we talking about? Because I have a Nidoking. He has a great horn. Heracross, big and shiny. It's the bug boss. Love it, need it, Heracross. Okay, this lady is apparently obsessed with Heracrosses. Weird. It's a blank chart of some sort. It has spaces for some kind of records for writing records of some kind. This lady, much like the guy who asked to see the biggest Magikarp, will ask to see the biggest Heracross horn. If you bring her a record-breaking Heracross horn, then she'll give you an item known as the Nest Ball. The Nest Ball has a higher chance of catching weaker Pokemon, so it's a great way to help fill out your Pokédex if you're missing a bunch of low-level Pokemon. The question is, where the heck do we get a Heracross? Well, if we venture over this way... Welcome to the Pattern Bush. This is home to a bunch of different Bug-type Pokemon, as well as several trainers. Here is where you can actually find the Pokemon Heracross, so you can just capture Heracross, show it to her, get a bunch of Nest Balls out of it. This, if you actually see it from the top-down view, is in a specific pattern, hence the name Pattern Bush. It's supposed to be in the pattern of some sort of circuit board. Supposedly, it might be the circuit board of the cartridges of Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I've yet to find a place to confirm that. It's also a reference to crop circles and something else, but mostly crop circles. You know, those patterns in cornfields that are supposed to indicate aliens or whatever, that sort of stuff. But if we move on forward past the Pattern Bush, we have these two islands over here. That's a trainer you can fight, and I think there's a hidden Ultra Ball somewhere around here as well. Need to put another Super Repel on real quick. But I'm not going to worry about that. Instead, I'm going to head up north to Outcast Island. Nope. God dang it. I knew I was going to run into her. Alright, continuing forward. Let's avoid these guys. If we go this way, you'll see there is a cave entrance. If we go inside the cave entrance, welcome to the Altering Cave. The Altering Cave is wasted potential. What this was originally supposed to be is, for now, all it hosts is Zubats. As you walk around, you're going to find some low-level Zubats. What was its supposed purpose was that there were supposed to be these wonder spots you go around the real world and connect wirelessly through the mystery gift in order to obtain special data that would make certain Johto Pokemon appear in this cave. This cave also appears in Pokemon Emerald as well. The problem is that these sort of wonder spots never came to existence in anywhere in the world. So it's just kind of here as a Zubat Roost, you know, before X and Y had official Zubat Roost. So that's fun. It's not like we hated Zubats already. There's one last little thing I want to mention before we continue on to 7 Island. Back in 5 Island, we did... Was it 5? Well, anyways, back in... Yeah, 5 Island, sorry. Where we saved the rich lady, I forget her name or whatever. I did mention earlier that if you went in certain directions in the cave, you would run to items. It's a specific pattern you have to take, and it's only occasionally you have to go and not follow what the rocks say. But there are some items you can find in there, such as some incenses that'll help with getting more Pokemon through breeding and use as battle items, as well as, notably, a Silk Scarf, which increases the power of normal-type moves, amongst other things. I can't remember all the items right now, but I went to go grab those as well, off-screen. Finally, we have one last place left to go. Off to 7 Island. Looks like it still has the same music as the other ones. 7 Island, the Quest Island of Infinity. We have several things that we can do here. First off, if we go into this house... I may not look like much, but when I was younger, I flew everywhere, challenging trainers wherever I found them. Now my only source of enjoyment is reminiscing about the past while watching battles. This lady, if you got some other special data through Mystery Gift Wireless Transfer, you're able to have some battles here. You can only do this wirelessly and through the Mystery Gift option. I never really went over the Mystery Gift option. Basically, it was a way for you to get certain events throughout various Nintendo spots. The way you unlock that is putting in a certain phrase on the questionnaire of the Pokemon shops. Moving on back to the main part of 7 Island, if we head up north, we get to... You're a trainer, don't want to run into you. Surprised I didn't run into you. Surf on over here. We get to the Trainer Tower. Oh, and repels wore off at a perfect time. Welcome to the Trainer Tower. This is very similar to the Battle Tower found in other games, where basically you go through a huge gauntlet of trainers. The main difference is that you are not automatically healed after every battle. You have to heal up Pokemon yourself, but you can use items. You can also run back here to the Pokemon Center to actually heal up through there. The main goal here is that you need to make it to the top of the tower before a certain time. If you reach that target time, you get a different reward depending on what bracket you're in. And there are about 8 floors for you in each one. There are 4 different modes you can count here. Single mode, double mode, knockout mode, and mixed mode. Single mode is a regular one-on-one battle, and if you get that, the reward is... what's the reward again? Is an upgrade, which evolves Porygon into Porygon 2 if traded while holding it. The double mode, it's double battles, and the reward is a Dragon Scale, which evolves Seadra into Kingdra if traded while holding it. Knockout mode is basically you have to go through a gauntlet of 3 trainers in a row on a floor before you have a chance to heal up. The reward for that is a Metal Coat, which we went over just earlier in this video. And finally, Mixed Mode. It's a mix of both the single mode, double mode, and knockout mode, all throughout the floors. And the reward for that is a King's Rock, which evolves Poliwhirl into Politoed, or Slowpoke into Slowking. So basically it's a way for you to get a whole bunch of Johto evolutions. It's also, if I remember correctly right over here, you can actually keep track of your highest score and compare it with other trainers. So that's pretty interesting. That's one thing for you to do as a little post-game thing. The level will always be equal to the highest level Pokemon in your party. So for me, it'd be level 51. Moving on back south of the island, if we talk to this guy real quick, not many people come out here. If I train here, I'm convinced that I'll get stronger and stronger. Yep, stronger and stronger. How would you like to learn a move like that? It's Swords Dance. Swords Dance is one of the best boosting moves ever. Again, it used to be a TM, which is why we have a tutor for it now. Unfortunately, no one can learn it. Swords Dance raises the physical attack of a Pokemon by 2 stages. It's very powerful, especially for high sweeping Pokemon. Anyways, we make it here to the canyon entrance. Can I avoid you? Yes, I can. I need to put another repel on. Canyon entrance is just a little pathway between the town and the main part of the island. Can I avoid you guys? Yes, I can. Okay. We move on over to... oh yeah, that's right. These Pokemon are still higher level than my Pokemon. Or about the same level, same difference. So that's fun. I'll probably put the Smoke Ball on if it starts to become really annoying. But we make it to the Sevault Canyon. The Sevault Canyon doesn't have too many things of interest. Again, has a bunch of Johto Pokemon, has a bunch of trainers with Johto Pokemon in them. But it is the one location for you to find the Pokemon Larvitar in Generation 3 games. Larvitar evolves into a pseudo-legendary Tyranitar, who is very powerful and much used in competitive play. And geez, that hurt a lot. Alright, can I avoid you guys? Looks like I can. Good. Ooh, what's this? A Nugget! Another one of those. If we go over here, we have the Tenobi Key, which is a little strength puzzle that we need to solve. I think I know exactly how you're supposed to solve this, so... you're supposed to actually push these boulders to the side here, jump down, then you can push them up here. Basically, your goal is to get all 7 of these boulders into these 7 different spots. Now, we need to put a Shiyu all the way up. And we can go... thankfully, we can't stand on these spots, so we move this boulder. Keep it right there. And move it this direction. Then this one, similar ordeal. Push, push, and then... I don't think there are any wild Pokemon here, so I won't put another repel on just yet. And now we can move these last 2 boulders into these areas. Push, push, push. A mysterious rumble echoed somewhere far away. It's always weird how we're able to have supersonic hearing where we can hear this mysterious rumble. But what is that mysterious rumble? Well, we'll figure that out in just a moment. Moving on forward. I'm running into more Pokemon, and it's really starting to annoy me. And Onix. Well, hey, if you ever wanted a high-level Steelix, here you go. Not the place I recommend catching Onixes. Onixes are very powerful and very hard to catch. Can we get past you? Come on, yeah. Over here we have an item, which is a Max Elixir. I believe you're a guy of interest. Training by oneself is certainly not a bad thing. If but it's also not bad to aim for the top with a partner. Even Bruno. He trained with a fellow by the name of Brawly before. Brawly is the name of the fighting-type gym leader in Generation 3. Fun little fact, you could actually skip Brawly and get through a lot of the game without having to fight him. So... God dang it. Also, I think I said Generation 4, I meant Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Brawly is the second gym leader of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Okay, moving on forward, now that we got that taken care of. There's a hidden item over there, but we do need the ability Strength and Rock Smash in order to access it. We have Strength, we just don't have Rock Smash right now. Can we hopefully avoid you? Yes. Make it down here. We have a little house over here. Hey, it's a little Chansey. Chansey! Chansey! Dance, dance a Chansey dance. You join in too. Dance, dance. Would you like to dance? Sure, let's just dance. And through that, we heal up our Pokemon somehow. There, you're all chipper now. Lucky. And speaking of lucky, we find the Lucky Punch. Lucky Punch increases the critical hit ratio of Chansey and maybe Blissey as well? I'm not entirely sure, but it definitely does for Chansey. What do we have here? A Cherry Berry. Not bad. And finally, we have down here the Tanobi Ruins. The Tanobi Ruins are a special little place. In here, you will find 7 different chambers scattered across here. Oh, I still have a repel. Okay. There are also several trainers you can find around here, but you have these 7 different chambers that if you go into them, you will find a certain Pokemon. That Pokemon being Unknown. Unknown is a Pokemon that is known to represent the English alphabet. There are 28 total Pokemon that you can find here. Or 28 different forms that you can find here. That is A through Z plus exclamation and question mark. But they're all not found in one place. Each ruin has a different set of Pokemon, different set of Unknown you can find. From east to west, you have the Monian Chamber, which has the A Unknown and the question mark Unknown. Lip2, which is the one we're in, has C, D, H, U, and O. Weepth is N, S, I, and E. Dilford has P, J, L, R, Q. Skewfid has Y, G, T, F, K. Rixie has V, W, X, M, B. And Viapoa, something like that, has Z and exclamation point. However, be warned, you might think that this is probably the easiest place to get Unknown. Getting all the Unknown forms is known to be really difficult. All of the Unknown have different encounter rates depending on their area. So, for example, or depending on the letter, it has a different encounter rate. So O is a lot rarer to find than C in here. So it's still going to take you a while. I think the lowest they go down to is like 2%. Anyway, yeah, that's really going to be really hard to find. I don't think there's any reward for you finding all 28 Unknown, except the bragging rights of, hey, I got all 28 Unknown. So that's all we have here at the chamber. And that's basically all of Seven Island. So what else is left for there to do? Well, realistically, there's not a whole lot left for us to do in this game. Basically, there's no main story thing anymore after we've taken care of all the Rocket Grunts. There are a few little side adventures that you can go on, or whatever, like the Pokemon Tower, or even rematching the Elite Four. If you rematch the Elite Four, they will be much stronger than before. They'll have Pokemon up in the 70s, and they'll have new additions to their team, such as Johto Pokemon. Specifically Johto Pokemon. Don't know why I said just such as. So that's about all you can really do in here. We beat the main story, we've done all the little post stuff, and that's Pokemon Fire Red. There's not much else for me to say about it. Thoughts? Definitely one, not my most favorite remake, and not my most favorite Pokemon game. Not bad game so far, and they definitely did improve on a lot of the Generation 1 stuff. But things didn't really improve for Pokemon in general till Generation 4 rolled around. So this was also their first attempt at a remake. So I'd say it's a pretty good first attempt. But I think that's just about enough. We've done everything we could do. We had a great adventure. With all these guys, even our Pidgeotto. Poor little Barry's stuck in the PC right now. Wish he was here. Oh well. But that'll be it for this part. That'll be it for this whole Let's Play, actually. If you like what I do, subscribe to my channel, consider supporting me on Patreon, and follow me on all my social media links. All that will be in the description. I'll see you guys later, where we're gonna go to someplace somewhat familiar, but at the same time, very different, and I am very excited. I'll see you all then.